Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you my new gerbil tank setup. So this is just a second-hand fish tank that I bought off eBay for £20, which I think is a bit of a bargain. So it's 4 foot by 2 foot, and it came with a custom made lid for keeping gerbils with air holes. As you can see, I just got it in a room up against a wall on like a little wooden stand. Obviously it does overlap a bit, but I'm not too bothered about that. As you can see here, I've got all my gerbil and hamster care products, just not very neatly put out, but so I've got them available. I keep 4 gerbils in here. I just got these new little ones just last week, and that black one's there is Mickey, and this is Goofy. There's a white one, I don't know if you can see them. There's a white one, that one there is Donald, and the red one's Pluto. This tank just came completely empty, and I originally had them when I first got them, the first couple of days. I was planning to get some, but I was actually going to wait a little bit longer and get the tank sorted for them before I actually went and bought them. I'd been looking around, obviously you can see where I got them there, Pets at Home. I'd been looking around at different Pets at Homes because I actually live above a Pets at Home. It's quite a small one and they don't have that many animals in. I've been looking there for a while. I've been waiting for them to get some babies in. They did actually get a new litter in the other week. The lady told me they'd been breeding them in the back, and the babies would all be had all been handled quite a bit, so they're really tame. But when I went back again to see that they were ready, she told me that there had only been 2 males and people reserved them, which I don't know why I didn't think to do that. But so I was just left with females, and I had wanted to get 4 males. So anyway, on the way to pick up the tank, I passed up the nearest Pets at Home and I called them up, and then they happened to have 4 male 8-week-old gerbils in there. So I bought them on that day, and the only cage that I had to put them in was this gerbil area, which is a spare one. This is the spare one that I have, and because I have another gerbil, he's just coming up to a year old, called Harry. He's actually in the other room, so I'll show you him on another video. So that's the spare cage that I had from him. Then I wanted to fill up the cage a little bit. So as you can see in here, I did have a Savic wheel, which I wasn't a big fan of, to be honest, because it is quite squeaky. I did oil it, obviously with olive oil, but I wasn't a big fan of it. It's still not a silent one, although it does seem quite silent doing that. So it did make quite a lot of noise when it was in the cage at night, and I was finding I was having to take it off at night. I felt a bit mean on them. So obviously they had a few accessories in this gerbilarium. Obviously I do need to empty it out and give it a good wash. So the accessories they already had was this wooden log. I just had a spare one from my other gerbils that I had in the past. I obviously wasn't fully prepared for them yet, so they have had a lot of cast off things. I'll just take the lid off so you'll be able to see properly. The lid's really good on this because it's sort of it's sort of like a hard, really strong plastic clear lid, and it's got loads of air holes that have been punched into it, and basically it just slides off the top. If you can see these edges, it just slides in and out of these. And in the lid I actually had a big hole here, so I don't know what was there before, but I've had to cardboard it from each side and just double sticky tape it so they can't jump through it. And there's more air holes just here, like air vents. But the lid is actually, as you can see, it's actually quite high compared to, you know, as high as they can jump at the moment anyway. So in here you can see, I'm sorry about the light, it's quite a dark room, so it's just artificial light, and it is about 8 o'clock in the morning. So this wooden bit, this belonged to my old gerbils, whoops, who were Giselle and Aurora. They both passed away now, but that was their wooden house, so I did pass it on to them. It's unfortunately only got 3 sides, and they obviously had that log in their old one, which has been huge. And they also had the strawberry house, which obviously is very worn away. Well, excuse me. Now all my sets of gerbils, I'll put it up here. All the gerbils that I've ever owned have owned the strawberry house. I don't think it's a bad thing to pass toys for cages on to other gerbils, as long as they're properly cleaned and they won't be able to get the scent off it. And that's it for as far as everything that they had in their cage, because obviously I said when I got them I wasn't fully prepared for them, so they did only have a few toys, which I felt a bit bad about. Okay, so then the new things that I put in the cage, obviously, as you can see, oh gosh, the light's really bad, I'm sorry. These 2 platforms, this one and the triangular one in that corner. Basically what I did, I went to Wicks and I just bought some, you know, some medium thickness wood. Don't know if you can see. It's a bit like cardboard really, but I did want a thicker one, but this is like the cheapest, best quality one that I could find for the price I wanted to pay. I got my pieces of wood all together for just over £10. So this one here, that's this thickness, and it's also what the ramp's made of as well, was about £5. And then the bits you can see that the legs are made out of is just a bit of a thicker one, but it was sold in like a plank shape. That was like £2, so that was a bargain. And I brought them home, and my dad very kindly made them into these little perches for me. And he also, I went and bought these bowls, excuse me, for £1.99 from Pets at Home, and he kindly sawed holes in the platforms for me. So I decided to get these rim dishes so that they could just hang over without actually falling through, so that's quite handy. That way the gerbils couldn't knock the bowls into the sawdust part where they dig. Okay, the reason I've got 2 water bottles is because this one that I got, see if you can see, I'll get it out. Okay, I bought this one. This is a Living World anti-drip, so drip resistant water bottle, and it's the one that comes with the little plastic carrot. And let's see if I've got the packet that it came in. Here's somewhere.